G'day guys, welcome back. I just watched Italy versus New Zealand in the Autumn Nations 2021 at Rome, and man, I thought the Rome miracle was coming back. The Roman Empire was coming back. I thought it was a miracle in the making. This was pretty difficult to watch if you're an All Blacks fan. Like, Italy was in the game for about 30 minutes, was like basically pounding the All Blacks for a try for about 30 minutes, and then it took Dan Coles, the big gun, a set piece move from the line out, I think it was, to actually get the All Blacks on the board for the first time to break like the stalemate. Was it Dan Coles that did that? No, it was a big scrum actually. Finlay Christie darts over from the scrum, and it looked like he knocked on the ball as well. So you're like, did he score that? It looked like he lost control, but he did like knock the ball on, but like the ball touched the line first, and then it kind of came out of his hand. So fair enough. Finally breaks the stalemate at 27 minutes. So it was 0-0 till 27 minutes into the game. So that gives you an idea how stupid like this game was. It took till 60 minutes until the big guns on the bench came on for the All Blacks, including Jordie Barrett. That's when things really started to turn around, and the All Blacks started to pull away with a big scoreline. And also the Italian substitutions weren't very good. So up to the 60th minute, Italy was 9 points to 21. So just 2 tries behind, and it looked like something could happen. It could look like a miracle could be happening in the wakes. So yeah, go into this game. Apparently they had like a lot of celebrations before the game, and apparently Italy had a literal triumph for the Olympians before the match. In case you don't know what a triumph is, okay? So the word triumph originated in Rome from the Roman Empire times, when Julius Caesar or one of the legions goes out and conquers another country or conquers another enemy. They will come back home and they would parade on the streets for their victory, like with all their loot and everything, or to show off to the public that their winnings, their conquest, right? And this parade is called a triumph. Now, that's what the Romans called a triumph. So the gold medalist came back from the Olympics, gets a parade before the match, like a literal triumph. That's where the word originated from. A literal triumph in Rome for the Olympians before the match. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So and also just so maybe all the peasantry, maybe all the celebrations put Italy in a really good mood, and maybe that put off the All Blacks quite a bit, because the All Blacks, the All B team, did not look like they deserved to wear the black jersey, to be really frank. There were so many drop balls, just like left and right. At the breakdown was super bad. Just everybody was just like, especially the loose forwards from the All Blacks, just not working to secure the ball. Like Italy were just turning over the ball at the breakdown again and again for 60 minutes. It's just unbelievable. I don't know what I'm watching. Like, honestly, I saw like D-Mac dropping the ball again and again, and also like the backline were not able to link up with each other. Just like drop balls everywhere. The only thing that was going for the All Blacks were the set pieces. So actually, no, that's not even true. Were the scrummaging. So scrummaging is the only thing the All Blacks had a definite advantage over the Italians, where they actually dominated. Even the lineouts, Dan Coles, the World Cup winning Dan Coles messed up a couple of these lineouts in the first half, overthrows, and yeah, it was just like, I'm sure some of you All Blacks fans are probably, had almost had a heart attack, okay? It was, yeah. But anyway, in the end of the match, the All Blacks, 7 tries to 0. Still a fair bit of work to get a 100th try, I guess. I think they needed 14 tries or 12 tries or something to get 100. But getting there. They're playing Ireland next week, and Ireland had a pretty big outing against Japan today, so that'll be a good match next week coming up. So All Blacks 516 to 247 run meters. Like the Italian was right in it for this most of this part, and at halftime the run meters was 66 to 123, just to give you an idea. and turnovers conceded, right? Turnover conceded at half time. 6 turnovers conceded to 10. So the All Blacks were 10 conceded turnovers, 10 turnovers at half time. So by the end of the game, 11 turnovers, 15. So literally, the breakdown was a mess. Okay, all the loose forwards, Richie Moko Jr., what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is the breakdown so poor? Why is Sam Cane, like, how could... Sam Cane is supposed to be the best... I don't even know. He's supposed to be the best flanker in the world, right? Like, what's happening? Like, nobody was doing anything at the breakdowns for the All Blacks. It was unbelievable. And kicks in play, 27-20 to the Italians. Pretty similar stats in the first half. I think one other thing that was kind of interesting, so line out, first half, New Zealand lost 1 and Italy lost 3. So a couple line out losses to Italy, and some of these are just like, oh yeah, 2 line out losses, both of them out of their own era for New Zealand. Dan Cole's overthrow, and the second line out was not straight from Asafa or Moa in the second half. I genuinely don't know, like, what's going on. Like, maybe the jet lag, maybe the long distance traveling. Penalties conceded. The All Blacks conceded more penalties than the Italians. I actually can't believe I just said that. 15 penalties to Italy and 16 to the mighty All Blacks. And yeah, so let's quickly go through the summary. I don't want to drag on too much about this. So essentially you can see nothing was happening for the first 30 minutes. Eventually on the 27th minute, so All Blacks finally had a scrum, and they did have a pretty dominant scrum advantage. It was a 5-meter scrum. So the scrum was going forward, ball pops out, Christie gets the ball, darts in. He looked like he knocked it on, and the ball kind of like came loose as he touched the line. So referee had a look at it. All right, fair enough. Calls to the try. And from that point onwards, you feel like maybe the floodgate starts to open. Because before this, Italy was dominating New Zealand. They were literally like, had so many opportunities to kick for 3 points, and Italy was like, nah, we're gonna go for the line out, and not able to score, unfortunately, for so long. There was one point in the first half, actually, there was a high board in, I think this was, when was this? This was literally like at the start of the game. I think it was, this was about 10 minutes into the game. There was a high board to D-Mac inside the 22. D-Mac knocks on the ball, and the Italian player, what is his name? Ioane, the Digby Ioane's cousin, or niece rather, Monty Ioane gets the ball on the wing, literally like 10 meters out from the try line, nobody in front of him, looked like he was going to go for a try. Referee blows the whistle, says knock on, and the Italian's like, where's the advantage? And the referee apologizes for blowing the whistle too early, for not allowing Italian to play knock on. That should have been a try, because Monty was amazing this game. Monty Ioane, Digby Ioane, the former Wallabies, I would say niece, what do you call him? Digby Ioane was his uncle. So yeah, he was amazing. And the amount of missed tackles from the All Blacks as a result of Ioane's like footwork was just like astonishing. Like, it was just, like, this guy was such a talent for the Italians. I couldn't believe how good he was. Anyway, so, yeah, so that was the first try for the All Blacks. So then the All Blacks started to go back to their what do you call it, bread and butter, the lineouts, the Moore and Dan Coles, like, really, like, needed a big player to step up. Players like Dan Coles, he's being left out of the squad, the 23, for a couple games now, so he really wanted to come back in and get that, starting position, or even on the bench for the New Zealand, for the All Blacks. I think he's made himself a statement for the bench for sure, under just Cody Taylor. So Dan Coles gets the maul on the 30th minute, and it's just beautiful execution from the All Blacks. Dan Coles basically, just rolls in for the maul, rolls, just supreme control, extremely, like, what do you call it? Extremely, steady, and just perfectly timed, breaks off for 2 tries from the 30th and 38th minute, 2 more tries for Dan Coles. And on the 38th minute one, Dan Cole's actually, it was just like perfectly timed. Like he knows when to break off, when to hold on, and he like on the 38th minute he just like sees the gap, darts off, goes in for the try. Just super good for that. And the Italians, just before halftime, realizing they've squandered too many opportunities to put points on the board, finally opted for 3 points on the 38th minute. On the dying minute of the game, on the first half, Italy gets another penalty right in front. Again, break down the issues for the All Blacks. I don't know what's happening there. Really, really disappointing. And the Italians gets 6 points on the board at halftime. 6 points to 22. Now, second half starts. Again, knock-ons everywhere. Italy gets knock-ons everywhere. George Bauer knocks on. D-Mac knocks on for the first about 7 minutes. And eventually, All Blacks gets caught offside on the 47th minute. And then, on the 49th minute, it looked like the All Blacks has another maul. They set up for another maul for a 5-meter line out, putting pressure on Italy again. And it looks like Dan Coles, again, timed it perfectly, charges in for a try, but he was held up. So almost got through for a try there for Dan Coles. Again, the platform for the rolling maul, something that Italian just doesn't seem to know how to deal with. Eventually, on the 56th minute, Italy gets another penalty. So Italy was the first team to score in the second half. They kicks another 3 points, 9 points to 21. And you're starting to feel like maybe this is going to be a miracle that's going to happen because Italy's 2 tries behind. And Monty Ioane was just like making line breaks left and right. He was stepping through the All Blacks defense like it was not even there. You could just feel it that he could just potentially score, and suddenly the game is wide open, right? And then there was a point where they were showing that the coaches, the Italian coach looks deflated. Like for some reason, his team was only like 2 tries behind, and he was just like deflated, like constantly looking deflated, constantly looking like he's bored and like upset. And Fozzie, for the first time, looks animated and angry, like visibly angry in the coaching box. And he finally made the call on the 60th minute, putting on the big guns. Jordy Barry goes on. The full front row gets changed, and I think David Havili comes on. Even though Quinn Tupaea was still on the field, I think Havili and Tupaea was playing I think maybe Havili was Tupaea maybe went to outside center. But yeah, so Havili came on, and it was just finally the All Blacks able to turn things around from the 60th minute. So on the 62nd minute, there was a really, I think it was, who was it? There was a Tuanga Fasi, so the All Blacks were just like inside their own half. Tuanga Fasi gets a pick and go from the breakdown. He gets his hands free, gets a nice offload to Finlay Christie in support. Finlay runs right through, wide open. Xavier Reese was in support. Finlay Christie passable to Xavier Reese. Xavier Reese, a bit of foot race between him and the fullback from the Italian side. Xavier Reese gets there for the try, for his first try in the evening. And then things starts to open up from there onwards. On the 68th minute, the All Blacks just really start to build on that penalty, building on that pressure. Goes for a line out. Osava Omoa gets in for the more try, just like Dan Coles, just like perfectly set up again. They basically set up more. The more kind of like breaks apart, but they were really too close anyway. Osava Omoa darts through for a try. Too big, too strong. Nicely done there. 2 minutes later, on the 70th minute, the Italians just starts to fall apart at this point. I think their reserves came on. They just looked tired, looked gassed, didn't really look like they're nearly on par with the All Blacks. So they basically, the All Blacks were on the attack again. Richie Moran gets the ball. Just really nice little draw and pass, like delayed pass to George Bridge. George Bridge managed to slip through a little bit of gap. Passes to Hoskins Sotutu on the wing. Sotutu runs in from the wing, down the wing side, goes in for a try for the All Blacks. And suddenly the game is just completely falling apart for Italy from this point, going on forwards. And then on the 75th minute, the All Blacks, 5 minutes later essentially, All Blacks gets another penalty. They kick the ball out for a 5-meter line out, and basically piggybacking off multiple penalties at this point. Italy was getting just completely falling apart essentially. The 5-minute line out comes in, everybody knows what's going to happen. The more is coming. And sure enough, Italy had no way of dealing with this. Osafa Omoa gets charges through once, didn't have charge through. The more just goes in past the Italian try line, and Omoa darts the ball down for the try. And that was it. You look like the All Blacks could potentially try to put on another try towards the end. Look like, that's typical All Blacks fashion. They still had about 5 minutes left. But bit of a handling error cost the All Blacks an opportunity to finally get a one more try on the ball before the end of the match. So yeah, this is quite a weird match. The B team, the All B team, was not really that. Like, honestly, it was not very good. And let me know what you think of this match, especially if you're an All Black fan. I thought, some of these guys probably have squandered the opportunity to potentially make it into the starting team next week against Ireland. And some definitely selections like Dan Coles has definitely solidified himself back into the fold in that hooker position, especially on the reserve. And Richie Mo'unga and Beauden Barrett, I don't know. Which one would you go for? Because Richie Mo'unga, this game, he looked okay. His kicking was really good. I think he missed one out of, you can see how many here. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 6 out of 7. So he missed 1 out of 7. So that's pretty good kicking. But then again, Jordie Barrett probably will kick just as much. And also, just the overall game management from Richie Mo'unga, I thought was, I don't know. I don't know if it was Richie Mo'unga's fault or if it's just overall team's fault. But it did look a bit, I don't know, flat from the sides. Like, it did look, like the follow-up wasn't there. Like, Richie Mo'unga seems to be just, like, doing everything, and there was just no, like, a lack of follow-up from New Zealand, especially at the breakdowns, especially when, the support play was really lacking for the first 60 minutes. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's a lot of rugby coming up this week. And if you like my reviews, follow me down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys a bit later tonight, actually. Cheers.